G'day, this is Jason from Australian Opal Cutters, and I'm going to run you through how to use these lovely little polishing cloths that we have here with our lovely logo embossed, emblazoned on the front. So this is a microfiber cloth, and really all it is a super fine weave cotton. Okay, so really you can use any super fine weave cotton, and the polishing process is actually incredibly simple. There are a lot of complex and sophisticated polishing methods, but this is so good. So you've got your ring or your pendant or your earrings. Look, the first thing to do is just give it a simple wash in warm water. You don't have to go boiling water, just a good simple soak in warm water for sort of 2 or 3 minutes, and then a soft toothbrush. But if you don't, like literally, if you just want to start from scratch, you can literally just get some water on it and it's literally just start cleaning it, okay? There's nothing that actually beats the simplicity of this process. It's an incredibly simple process. Now the sophisticated machines like your ultrasonic, that's this machine over the back here, that what that does is that vibrates at a really high frequency, and all it's doing is this super fast at a micro level and getting any dirt that's hidden out under here. The steam cleaner, which is a high pressure steam, that blasts the ring with hot steam, very hot, you know, obviously over boiling point, and under high pressure, same thing. It's just getting the dirt out. So all you've got to do is just take the time to hand rub it. Now, there is a simple little hack that's pretty helpful. What you can do is you can just fold your cloth, put it on a hard surface, and literally just hold it with 2 fingers and literally just rub the item. And you can see straight away the blacks. This looks beautiful and clean, but even doing this, you can see the black coming off this ring. And you literally can just hold it flat against the surface, and then you can just move it around. And the same goes for the gem. You can actually just, now I'm rubbing this straight over the dirtiness of the cloth. One of the fascinating things about cleaning is these cloths become very dirty, but they've still got great use in them, which is amazing. I mean, you can wash it and you can, you know, I like to have a little bit of fabric between the table and the item. Now this I'm actually using to polish the actual opal on top. Now opals do get scratches, okay? You can get fine scratches in the surface of an opal. It's part of the natural wear and tear of an opal. There is a way that you can do it at home. You have to be careful, and I'll show you how that is. Now, this is what we call wet and dry sandpaper. So this is 800 grit sandpaper. All we do is we actually really wet our sandpaper, and we take our opal and very carefully we just polish the opal with the sandpaper. Now obviously you do have to be careful because you've got these little claws here and you don't want to wear away the claws. So if you want to be, you know, really super careful, you can actually just take a little slice of the wet and dry, take a little slither that you can hold in your hand. Okay, so you can put the slither down on a little bit of cloth or a bit of foam or something, and then you can wet that, and then you're not going to actually touch your claws when you actually rub your opal. So it gives you a really great way just to polish out very fine scratches without causing damage to the claws and without really sanding it. Now I'd suggest you use paper sort of 1500 higher, up to 3000. If the scratch won't polish out, that means it actually needs to be fully polished out from depends how deep it is. A very deep scratch, you might have to go right back to 400 paper, but that's something that you'd bring into someone like us, because you'd really want to take the opal out and just make sure you don't cut away color. The key to cutting out scratches is you don't start cutting out color, and that's just about working out what tool you need to use. Is it a Dremel, or is it the lap wheel, or is it a flat lap? But this is just a really simple way to polish the ring. And when you get a ring or an opal or any type of opal, even if it's really quite scratched, this process of just giving it a really good rub on this microfiber cloth will actually bring it back to an amazing level of shine and newness. So it's a really beautiful way to actually bring back the polish. Now, you can modify these, you know, set them up inside the ring and sort of create little, you know, hacks like this where you actually slide the ring up and down inside the cloth and just use the cloth in whichever way's going to get you into those little cracks and crevices to actually really polish every single area. But there's nothing like this for polishing a piece of jewelry. It really does compare to all of the high-end tools. And look, the only real danger in polishing with a ultrasonic or something is the chemicals that are given with the ultrasonic machines, the professional cleaners, they can be really caustic. And you really need to be careful, because if you put the wrong element, I'll give you an example, like a pearl in a caustic vibrating ultrasonic could really wreck the pearl. They don't handle that very well at all. And also some gems in an ultrasonic vibrating against that metal, they can actually cause cracks. You actually want to suspend it in the ultrasonic. If you're going to use an ultrasonic machine, you've got to suspend it. I use a little basket to suspend the opal so it doesn't ever actually touch the bottom. But this is actually comparable to that. If you spend the time polishing your piece of jewelry, you will get a really amazing finish just with a hand polish, and it's just a fun way to care for your jewelry and look after them. Again, if it does get grime that you just can't get out from those inner areas, a good hot water soak, sort of 5 minutes, and then come back and try again. Little fine toothbrush, you will get them clean. It's amazing what you can do with this hand polishing. So a few little tips for you to go and polish your jewelry and keep it beautiful.